Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I have no idea what happened. It's always something. It can never be that easy, right? I'm going to give a few moments for people to get back in the room. I have no idea what happened. Luke Shire's here. Hello, hello. Just going to wait a few more moments so people can find the stream again and get back in there. Again, I don't know what happened. I apologize. That's one of the downsides of being live. You never know what's going to happen. How's everyone doing tonight? Tell me where you're watching from in the chat. Oh, Don's telling me he doesn't see it all. We're slowly getting people back in. We got 4 watching. Did it go out on YouTube and Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook. It's not on YouTube at all. They removed the video. It says the video has been removed.
And you refresh the page?
I just got out.
We're slowly getting people back in.
I can't refresh the app.
Luke Shire's coming to us from the living room.
So
Bear with us, everyone. I'm just waiting a few more moments so people can find the stream again and get back in here. Don found us.
you changed it. It's different now.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same thumbnail because I just had to go live right away because everything else got deleted. I don't know what happened. Guys, welcome back. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Vincent coming to us from Saturn. Hope you all are having a great day. Hope this week has been good to you. It's Thursday. One more day to Friday. One more day. Da, da, da. Just giving a few more moments for people to get back into the room. Looks like we're slowly getting people back in here. Hello, hello, welcome. Tonight, again, I apologize for what happened. I have no idea. I guess, like I said earlier, live stream, anything can happen. So I do apologize. Tonight, I wanted to do just a quick little video to go over some tips and tricks and some things to kind of help people whenever they're out on the road because we do get comments. We get questions a lot like, how do you handle things back home whenever you are out on the road? So I just thought I would go over a couple things that would possibly help people, things that they may not think of. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Dana Lord is sitting out in sunny Florida. We're at in Florida, Dana. I was born in Florida. I was raised in West North Carolina, but technically was born in Florida in the northern part near Gainesville. My brother, a lot of my family still lives down there. All right, looks like we got more people in here. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about a few things. Leave your comments in the chat if you have anything that you would like to add that I don't mention here. Again, this was just a few things that I threw together and thought that I would mention to possibly help people who are just getting started in trucking, expediting. And yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really, really does help with the algorithm. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And over on Facebook, hit that like button as well. I'd really appreciate it. You can also follow me on all the socials. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, we are part of the Highfield Trucking fleet, part of their staff. So if you are interested in Highfield, definitely go over there and check them out as well. And I will put their information on the screen for you right now. Highfield is one of the, in my opinion, best fleets out here in expediting. So definitely check them out if you're interested in that. All right, guys. So I just want to go over a couple things. So one thing is whenever you're out on the road and you're always gone, a lot of people always ask, so how do you take care of things back at home? How do you do this? One thing is I would definitely say have someone that you trust stop by and pick up your mail and things like that. Um, Dana's saying my voice is a little low. Let's see if I can turn my mic up a little bit. I don't know. Let me know if that helps. I've got it all the way up. And I do have this. Let me take this off. See if that helps any as well. So one thing that you can do is definitely check, get someone to pick up your mail, things like that. Someone that you trust, family member, very, very close friend, a good neighbor, something like that. Um, Someone that can go by your house, check on it, pick up your mail, things like that. That's definitely going to help you in the long run. Another thing that you can do is let your neighbors know that you're going to be going out of town on a new adventure. Let them know that you're not going to be there. You're not going to be gone a lot. Maybe they can just keep an eye on things. See any suspicious activity, something like that. They can always reach out and let you know. So definitely let your neighbors know, someone that you trust. Let them know that you're going to be gone. Of course, if you're not that close with your neighbors, you know, we never were very close to our neighbors, so we never would let anybody know except for family and stuff like that. But if you have that very close someone that you can trust, definitely let them know that you're going to be gone. Um, Make sure that you have everything set up online that you're going to need: your bank accounts, all your bills, um, online accounts. Everything is in the digital age nowadays, so make sure you have all that up. You can literally do everything online, from your banking to paying your bills, your mortgage, your credit cards, all that stuff. Log in directly at their account. You could set up bill pay through your bank if you don't feel comfortable putting your debit card or credit card in someplace to pay something. Pay it through your bank. They'll send out the check for you. Almost all big national banks will do that free of charge. They don't charge anything to send those checks out or something like that. So have all of that stuff set up before you get on the road. Make sure that you have that in place, your account's ready to go. So that way, every month you can just log on, get all that done, couple hours, have everything paid, and not have to worry about that. A real big one that some people never think of is the Postal Service. So, the Postal Service, and I'm going to share my screen real quick here. They actually have a service called Informed Delivery. So, if you're not aware of this, it is completely free. You just have to go to the USPS.com website. You can sign up right here. And every day, whenever you have mail coming to your house, the post office, it's all pretty much automated. It runs through a big old machine. They take pictures of everything. It does automatic sorting and stuff. So basically, what they're doing is they're just taking that information, the picture of whatever's coming in your mail, and they're shipping that out to your inbox and your email. And this was a godsend whenever we were on the road. Having that ability to every morning 8:01 like clockwork, and to this day I still get it 8:01. It's in my email box. And to be able to open up an email and see exactly what I have coming in my mail, usually it's that day that it's going to be showing up, but usually it might be the next day. But a lot of times it was that day that was coming in the mail. And so every day on the road, I knew exactly what was coming. If it was something that was important, I was able to call my mom, call someone that was back at the house. They could grab it, they could open it up, they could read it to me. If it was something to do with the DMV, I could give them a call. Or if it was paperwork I had to submit to something, I could usually do that online. So having the ability to have this information and to know exactly what was coming in my mailbox every day, like I said, godsend. If you're not signed up for this, I highly, highly recommend it. Again, go on, sign up. It's completely free. They'll do a couple things to verify your identity, and yeah, then you get that every morning just to let you know exactly what is coming in your mailbox. Another thing is people love their pets. We all love our little fur babies. So, whenever you are going out on the road, make sure that you have their records, shots, and all that information up to date and that you have all of that in a binder with you out on the road. We never had pets when we were on the truck, although I do want a puppy. Don doesn't want me to have one. Y'all need to get on him for that. I'm just telling you right now. Um, yeah, so make sure you have all that information up to date, have it in a folder, ready to go, because especially if you're going to be crossing the border into Canada, I know with Highfield we do run into Canada a lot. So crossing the border, country borders, things like that, they're going to want that information. They're going to want to make sure that you are up to date on all of your pet records, and having that very handy to hand over to them and show them is just going to be that much easier whenever you're out there on the road. Don is saying DMV. I think he means BMV. Yes, here in Ohio, they do call it the BMV. I don't. That's Ohio for you. Um, most everywhere else, it is called the DMV. Luke Shire is saying, be sure to get the shots. You never know when you might need to board your pet. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Absolutely. Um, like I said, we never had pets when we were out on the road, but if you do have to board your pet or something like that, absolutely having that information handy is going to go a long ways. Another thing that kind of ties into what I was saying at the beginning is security. So, something that you could do is check into something that's like Simply Safe or Blink Security, ADT if you want to go big. These are fairly inexpensive options that you can do to try to give you a little peace of mind while you're out there on the road. I set up a Simply Safe security system at my mom's house. It's super easy. You can get them at Costco. That comes with the base station and all kinds of sensors that you can put up yourself. And they're not expensive, a couple of $100. You can even add cameras. You get live monitoring that you can pay for on a monthly basis. So that way, if something does happen, they automatically notify the police and so forth. My mom has a camera over her whole front yard. It does motion tracking. So if anybody walks into the yard, and you can set up a perimeter and things like that that you want to track. So if someone actually, there's a road in front of her house, but it doesn't pick that up. So I've got it set to where if they come into the yard, get a notification on the cell phone. She can pull it up on her phone, view the camera, see if somebody's in the yard, see what's going on. The front porch is covered. So all of these options is great, especially if you're going to be gone for weeks at a time, just to have that little extra peace of mind and to know what's going on. One thing I kind of like about Simply Safe is you can set up cameras inside and outside your house. And then you can give them permission to where if an alarm is triggered, excuse me, then you can give Simply Safe permission to automatically log into the cameras and see inside your residence. Like I said, if you have an indoor camera or an outdoor camera. So that is something that I actually really, really like. My mom is on her own now. She lives there by herself. So having that little extra security, if I know the alarm is triggered, if someone was breaking in or something like that, Simply Save not only can notify the police, but immediately they can log into the camera and they can see and record exactly what's going on. So that's just something that I've always really, really enjoyed. And, you know, the bigger companies out there like ADT and stuff like that, they all offer the same kind of thing. Like I said, I just keep mentioning Simply Safe because that was a cheaper option that I went with my mom, and it's been great. She's had it for a few years now, and the service is awesome. So definitely check into security so that way you have that little extra peace of mind while you're out there. Another thing that was getting big whenever we were on the road, towards the end, probably the last couple years, I would say, when we were out on the road, is Amazon was getting big with the Amazon lockers. So now they are everywhere, and this is something that I loved. So, if you don't know what this is, which I'm sure almost everybody does, but if you haven't heard of an Amazon locker, you pretty much everybody orders from Amazon nowadays. You know, let's face it, they have everything. So you can log on, order whatever you need, put an address wherever you're going to be, and they will show you lockers that are in the area and have it shipped there. A lot of the truck stops have them nowadays. They're at a lot of grocery stores, Whole Foods after Amazon bought them out. So, like I said, this was an amazing thing that we had towards the end of our journey out on the road. A lot of times we would pick up, Kentucky on Monday, be delivering in California on Wednesday. If there was something I absolutely had to have on the truck, a new camera, a new lens, or anything like that I absolutely needed, it was so easy to log on, order that, have it delivered there at the Ontario Petro in California or wherever I was going to be, someplace that I knew I could pull that 40-foot box truck into. Whole Foods, run in, get whatever I need. A lot of the times it would be there by the time we arrived on Wednesday, like if we picked up Monday, delivering Wednesday, um, or it would arrive Thursday. You get notifications. They send you like a little code. So all you got to do is go up to the box. You can scan a barcode or you can type in a PIN number. It pops open the box. You get whatever you need, shut it. You're good to go. So, yeah, Amazon Lockers is amazing. I know now they're even doing things like with the lockers, instead of shipping it, you can actually choose to pick it up yourself at a locker. And a lot of times they'll give you like $1 off, or they'll give you a couple of dollars off your order just because you're taking the initiative to go pick it up and so forth, and they're not having to ship it. So, yeah, Amazon Lockers is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, that's just a few things that I had that I wanted to share. And if any of y'all have something that you want to add, throw it down there in the comments. I would love to, something I didn't think about or anything like that. I was looking at the comments real quick. Dana Lord is saying, for those that live in colder climates, remember to winterize your home so you don't end up with burst pipes. Very true. I never had to deal with that, but definitely something to think about. You don't want to be out on the road and then have water gushing out everywhere. Another thing, let's see. Jamie is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. And I do agree, we do have to keep mom safe. What else do we have going on over here? I see Chrislyn Martin is in the house. How are you? We asked that Loves if it's okay to use their address to get a delivery. Yes, I've done that so many times. There was one time, this was back before I came on board with Highfield, but I used to have our satellite was Dish Network. And if you're with Highfield, they actually provide DirecTV for you in every truck. And but whenever I was with another fleet owner, I had my own account and I used Dish Network. And what I did was I piggybacked off of my mom because she had it at her house. So it was like $5 a month to add another receiver to the account. And yeah, our receiver went out one time, and that's exactly what we did. She got a new one. She went to the Loves that was probably 10, 15 miles from the house where she lives, and dropped it off at the fuel desk. We ran by through there later that night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Go in, picked it up, easy peasy. So yeah, definitely utilize that. A lot of them, I know some TAs like in the Midwest and places like that, they even have mailboxes out there. So if you need outgoing mail and stuff, they'll just tell you to go out there and throw it in the mailbox and put the flag up. But all the other truck stops that don't have an actual mailbox outside, if you'll go to the fuel desk, they'll even put it in their outgoing mail for you. I never felt comfortable doing any payments or checks or anything like that. And again, that goes back to, nowadays everything's digital. So if you had to send money to somebody, like I said, you can log on to your account, pay that. Or if you're giving money to a person, you can always do, Apple Cash or Venmo or any of those other options out there. But yeah, outgoing mail at a truck stop is another option that we used to utilize a lot when we were out there. Thank you so much for that. Yes, 90-day supplies prescriptions. Back in the day, I used to be on a lot of prescriptions myself before I lost weight. And yep, that was something that I would do. I would go to Walmart. The nice thing about Walmart is they will actually transfer your prescriptions. So if I had one prescription that they would not give me 90 days on through my insurance that I had to do 30 days at a time. So the nice thing about Walmart would be I would go to Walmart, go in, and I would tell them, say, yes, I have a prescription. The last one was filled at this Walmart. Can you transfer it here? And they will transfer that over to there. They'll fill it, get it. And then the next time I need that, if I'm, if that was done in Ohio and the next time I'm in California, just stop at a Walmart. They'll transfer the prescription and just keep going. My doctor would usually write me a prescription for 3, 4, 6 months at a time. But unfortunately, my insurance would only allow me to get 30 days at a time. So, but yeah, that's definitely a good thing to do. Walgreens, they'll do the same thing. They'll transfer the prescription from store to store. So if you're not able to get a full 90-day, that's something that you could easily transfer and get filled. Very, very good suggestion. Thank you very much. Luke Shire is also saying that some doctors offer telehealth. Yep, I've done that while I was out on the road. I agree with you. It's amazing service. A lot of insurance companies now will actually pay for that as well. It's included in your benefits. Let's face it, if you're just have the flu or something like that, it's nice to be able to just log on right from the comfort of your truck and not have to get dressed and go into a doctor's office and wait and potentially get other people sick and all that stuff. So yeah, just logging on, doing a telehealth visit or something else, an earache or something like that, they can find out the closest Walmart or pharmacy wherever you're at and call in a prescription and you're done. So, yep, very, very good options there as well. Vince is saying 90-day prescriptions are sometimes less money. Very true. Sometimes, kind of going back to what I said a minute ago, with my insurance, they would not allow me to do a 90-day supply. So sometimes I would do 90 days and pay cash because the cash for 90 days actually came out like $10 cheaper just paying cash than it did go through my insurance. So yeah, that is an option as well. Walmart, they have a list of $4 options. You can go on their website. They have literally hundreds of medications that are $4 or less. And if you do the 90-day supply, you can get them for $10. So definitely check that out. I think Walgreens has that listed on their website as well, but I know Walmart has hundreds of medications, very common medications that people use on a daily basis. So yeah, definitely check that out as well. Yeah, all of these are great options. A lot of people, like I said, whenever they get going and they get out on the road, they start thinking of all these things because they're like, what do I do? How do I do this? So that's just kind of what I wanted to touch on today and just kind of give you some ideas and things to think about while you're out there. Pretty much everything can be taken care of whenever you're on the road. Nowadays, everything's digital. There's really nothing that you absolutely have to be in person to take care of something. So it's just super easy to log on, few keystrokes, and you're done. Luke Shire saying some of the mega pet stores do vets, like the Walmart prescription transfer thing. So pets can be done out over the road and they share records or always get records for every visit for your pet. Very, very good option. I know they had a doggy out on the road, Miss Annie. Love Miss Annie. She's so cute. I haven't seen her in a while, by the way, though. I think she needs to be paying a visit to the next podcast episode. But yeah, that's a very, very good thing to take care of the fur babies while you're out as well. Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And let's see, who else do we have here? Jay Hampton is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you are doing well and being safe out there. I love your avatar. I'm naked. That's so funny. Let's see. Trace saying, ever think of putting these tips in a quick reference guide for new drivers? I thought we had something like that. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of something else. Yeah, that's definitely something that we should put together. I thought we had something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe Luke Shire can chime in here. She is one of the lovely ladies over on the recruiting side, so she knows a lot of that. But if we don't have something, that's definitely something that we definitely should put together on the Highfield side, so that way it'll be quick and easy to send out to you guys. I know there was a list of items that we do, and we've done videos in the past of items that you should bring out with you. You know, everything from entertainment, electronics, and so forth. So Yeah, this would definitely be something to add to that if we don't have that already. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Jay is saying PetSmart has Banfield Vet and they are nationwide. That is good to know. Definitely. Thank you for that information as well. And Luke Shire is saying, what do people do with their vehicles at home? We opted to have families use ours. It was cheaper than a storage unit and paying for storage insurance fees. I know for myself, I had a vehicle for a long time. I actually had a back in the day, I had a 2008 Mazda RX-8 with a Veilside body kit. Love that car. Um, Absolutely never was home. We used to stay out for 3-4 months at a time, and my car actually just sat there and rotted. Um, I would come home. It would, you know, the upkeep and all that stuff, the things that I would have to do whenever I came home just to get it going again. A lot of times I would come home to a dead battery. After that, I had a Acura TL, '09 TL, and the same thing. It would just sit there, that had like the rubber seal that would go around the windshield. It like peeled off from just sitting in the hot sun because at the time we lived in Tennessee. So there was a lot of things that we had to deal with, just our vehicle sitting out in the sun and rotting basically. So obviously if you can't afford to put it in storage or something like that, that is a very good option. Letting your family use it if you trust them enough. Um, me, I just let it sit there and rot. I hate that I did that. It used to drive me crazy. But yeah, hailstorms, bad weather. We would be out and driving across the country and get notifications on our phone that a major thunderstorm was rolling through Knoxville and hail and everything else. And that's the first thing we would think of as well. There goes our car. So, um, luckily we had nice enough neighbors that if anybody noticed anything, like if a window was to get bust out or something like that, I'm sure they would have let us know. But yeah, it unfortunately our vehicles just sat there and rotted. So I definitely wouldn't recommend that. But if you have another option, then you got to do what you got to do. But good option there though as well to just let your family and friends use it. It keeps the car going. I mean, let's face it, vehicles are made to be driven. They don't want to sit. They need to move. So if you can let somebody use it, that's a good option. Luke Shire did chime in and say Highfield does not have this type of list, but we have what to bring. So, yep, definitely something that we will have to get together so that way we can send that out to new drivers. There's already so much information that we send out to new drivers whenever they start, so that could be definitely something that we can add to that. Jay is saying that ours is at a wife's grandfather's house. They have USAA insurance. The vehicle is considered in storage, so cheaper rate. That's something else whenever you think about insurance, because for a while before I got my Acura, um, for a long time, I did not have a vehicle when I was out on the road. And when you don't have a vehicle, I didn't have car insurance. So I went probably like a 4-year period that I did not own a vehicle because there was no point. I was always gone and always in the truck. My vehicle was the truck. Unfortunately, the truck is not considered insurance personal because that was the fleet owner and so forth. It had nothing to do with me. So whenever I did go to buy my Acura, um, and I went to get insurance for it, I had a really, really hard time getting insurance because it was like a 4-year stretch that I had no car insurance. So the people that would insure me, they wanted to charge me astronomical rates. I mean, we're talking like $2,500, $3,000 for a 6-month period on an Acura, which is ridiculous. So that is something to think about. If you don't have a vehicle, and you're not having that insurance, later down the road, if you ever do get a vehicle, you may run into that same type of situation. I had a very, very hard time. I finally did find a company that would insure me at a cheaper rate, but it was nowhere near if I had coverage and shown that I had coverage for a long time. I think I still paid probably double what I should have paid. And that was very, very difficult. After I had that going for like a year and a half, that rate did come back down. But in the very beginning, that was painful to my wallet for sure. Let's see. Yes, I agree. A lot of information. There's so many things, and it's hard to think of stuff constantly off the top of my head right now. And I'm thankful for all of y'all in the chat who are chiming in and giving these ideas as well. Um, we'll definitely have to get together a list, but that's one thing about Highfield is if you do come on board with Highfield, you have a support network. You have somebody that you can always reach out to, whether that be your mentor with the mentor program, fleet support, which is Kelly and Kayla on our FedEx and Panther respectively. I'm the media director for Highfield, but I'm always available for phone calls if you have that. Anyone in the recruiting departments, someone is always going to be able to help you and give you ideas and tips and tricks. If you are just starting out and you're coming on board with Highfield, reach out to somebody, ask that question, ask, hey, do I need to bring this? Do I need to do this? And granted, whenever a lot of people do start off with Highfield or any trucking experience, the first time you kind of go overboard, you bring more than what you actually need. Believe me, I did the same thing. Um, First time I went out on the road, I brought tons of stuff, and it was like probably 3-4 months before I ever made it back home the first time. And so the first time I did go home, a lot of that came out of the truck because I realized, hey, I don't need all this. So definitely reach out to somebody. You have that support network. Someone is going to be able to help you and give you an idea of, yeah, that's an excellent thing to bring. No, you're not ever going to use that. I wouldn't bring that. So very, very good. Digital reference guide on the website for drivers. Well, I will work on that. I will get that put together. I agree, and I will put that in the works. We'll send that over to the higher B's and see if we can't get that approved, and I'll get that out there. A lot of people know I do maintain the website for Highfield, so I will definitely work on that. I will add that to my to-do list. So thank you very much, Trace. I appreciate that. Um, Luke Shire is saying, if you choose to give up your home because freight doesn't go to your area, where do you store your belongings? Temperature controlled or not? Do you sell big items off, etc.? Yeah, I didn't have a home for a long time, even though I lived in an area that I got back home kind of frequently. We did not have a house. We chose not to do that. We put a lot of stuff in storage. I gave a lot of stuff to friends and family and just gave things away. Um, it was after during that time period that we had no place to go to, we actually chose to just spend our time in a hotel or family or something like that whenever we had our home time. Um, I was always, I don't have to be in a house. I very easily was just happy on home time of getting a really, really nice hotel for a week and living it up. Later down the road, me and Don did choose to get another house. So we had to then repurchase a lot of items and furniture and stuff like that. And while we were gone, we always kept our AC. We would set the heating, so that way it never went below like 55 in the winter, and we would keep the summer like around the 80-degree mark, so that way it didn't get extremely hot. Because living down south, it does get very, very hot. And we noticed that we would have to do that on the temperature because our furniture and stuff like that just sitting in the house all the time. Before we started doing that, it actually ruined our furniture. I don't know, the fabric and all that, it would peel, it would start peeling off, and just different things. It just ruined it. So we would keep our AC set at 80 and then the heat at 55, and keep it in that range so that way it didn't mess up the furniture. But yeah, all things to think about. If you have a place, make sure you have everything set up to where temperature controlled in your house and all that good stuff like we did. Or if you choose to get rid of your home, I know there's a lot of people that do that. They come out here, they love expediting so much, their home is their house on wheels. And a lot of people sell off their house and all that good stuff. So yep. And let's see. Yep, for sure. I know they did the same thing. They got rid of a lot of stuff, and Luke Shire saying that we're sharing their story. So yeah, that's what we did. For a long time, we didn't have a house, but then when we did get a house, we had to set things in place just to make sure that it was all good while we were gone. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Again, I just wanted to do a quick little video. Again, I apologize for earlier. Don't know what happened, but hopefully we don't have that issue again. And just wanted to touch base on some things that you can think about to prepare for your new adventure whenever you're getting ready to come out on the road and get things in place. If you're interested in joining the Highfield family, hashtag Highfield family, definitely check out our website at highfieldtrucking.com. You can also give us a call at the number on your screen, option 1, that is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time right now. And yeah, they will be able to answer a lot of questions. I am on there as well. If you ever want to chat, I do help on the website on the chat side of things. If you actually call in, you'll speak with either Kayla, Melissa, or Delina over in our recruiting department, and they all are just a wealth of information to answer all your questions and help you get started. So definitely check out Highfield if you're interested in getting in expediting. We do work with teams only, so you do have to be part of a team. We do not work with solos. But if you are part of a team, you just have to have at least a Class A or B CDL. And if you have other endorsements like hazmat and tanker, that will help you as well, but that is not required. But we do recommend you get those. So if you have those requirements, get on over to the website, fill out the contact form, and someone would love to talk to you. Couple more things coming in here. We have Ryan who is saying that excuse me, I moved it. The trucks are roomy, but not that roomy for me to live in permanently. That's true. That they are roomy. I agree with that. One thing we did, we loved our hotels. That was always our thing. Stretch, get out of the truck. Just getting a one-room hotel, or sometimes we would splurge and do 2 bedrooms and stuff like that. Just having a bed that we have big comfortable beds in these custom sleepers, let me tell you, people, but whenever you are constantly in the same bed with somebody, it's nice just having your own bed. Let me just leave it at that. So that's what we would do in the hotels. So that was always nice. Luke Shire is saying to Trace, credit union from Oregon has been amazing across the country now that we've settled in Ohio. That's awesome. I still am part of a credit union from back where I used to live in North Carolina, but I did move to a bigger bank. Being out on the road, they were just more accessible. Thank you, Dana. I really do appreciate that very, very much. And Luke Shire saying, can you fill in on the phones tomorrow? You've got this filled down. I will pass. I don't want to take away your job. Not at all. You do so well at that. Thank you very much, though. Ryan is saying the beds are just a little too small for people, in my opinion. Yeah, they can be, especially if you're a bigger guy like me, or I was even bigger before. So yeah, definitely can be cumbersome. 54 like a queen instead of the 46 they are now. I mean, they're still roomy, don't get me wrong. And whenever you're team drivers, a lot of the times you do have your downtime. Don't get me wrong, you're not moving 24/7, but a lot of the times you are moving. The goal is to keep the truck going, 7 days a week if you can. But so whenever you are constantly going, one person is driving, one person is in the bed all by themselves, but you do have that downtime. So yes, it is nice to stretch. Dana is saying upgraded to over-the-road mattress makes a world of difference. That is very, very true. OTR Mattress is a company that was started by Highfield Trucking. So if you are interested in that, you can check out their Facebook page, send a message over to them. They can get you all hooked up with that. Going to be working on a website for the OTR mattress. Hopefully that will be coming soon. But yeah, for right now, if you're interested, go to Facebook and search OTR mattress, and you can see a lot of information on that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for chiming in tonight. I really appreciate it. Hope you found this useful. Hope you got some good information out of it. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions or something that we didn't discuss today's video, make sure you leave that in the comments down below. I do try to respond to all these comments and I do read every single one of them, but it would also probably help somebody else who may watch this video at a later date. Again, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please do that. It really does help us out on the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well. Currently, I have about 87% of viewers who watch the Expeditor Boogie are not subscribed. So it is free. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit the subscribe button. It helps me out, grows my channel, and you get notified whenever I go live or do anything else or put any other videos out. So thank you, everyone. I really, really do appreciate it. As always, keep those wheels a turning, and we'll catch you in the next video. Have a good night, everybody.